There's been a lot of news about CJ Gardner, and apparently his timetable to come back has been moved up, at least according to CJ Gardner, that is. During the Bears game, Gardner was visibly amplified on social media, and he had a lot to say, starting with this post where he said, "And I'll be back. Y'all got 2 weeks to get y'all S together. 3 weeks to get y'all S together." So I'm not real sure. Is it 2 or is it 3? But at any rate, of course, Dan Campbell had to weigh in on this notion that CJ Gardner has now indicated several times that he intends to play again this season. But on Monday evening, Lions coach Dan Campbell kind of slowed that conversation a little bit. According to Pride of Detroit, Campbell said, "I want to talk to the doctor he's talking to." And when he was asked more directly if he expects Gardner-Johnson to be back and practicing in the next couple of weeks, Campbell had this to say: "I don't foresee it, but yet I'm not going to never say never. I'm not going to do that. He may have mutant genes like Wolverine, but believe me, that would be unbelievable. I just think it'll be hard, but you never know." Now, is Dan Campbell playing coy? I doubt it. I doubt he really has anything to hide here. I mean, everybody in the NFL is going to know that when the 21-day window starts for CJ Gardner, it's announced. So there's really nothing to hide here. I think that Dan Campbell is just being realistic. And he certainly loves, how his player is wanting to come back and wanting to suit up and play with his brothers. He would love to have him back on the sideline, I'm sure. We could definitely use it. The DBs have not been playing the greatest. But a little bit later on in this interview, or during the press conference, he didn't want to provide much insight as to whether it's really realistic that he could return at the end of the regular season or during a playoff run. And he had this to say: "I don't know. We'll just have to see," Campbell said. "I really think that timeline, it would be a very, very fast recovery. But I love where his head's at. You got to think that way, and you've got to be positive, because I think that leads to quicker healing if you allow yourself to think that way." I tend to agree with Campbell. Look, if you breed positivity and if you put it out there, it usually comes back. You speak the good things out into the world, and hopefully the good things come back. That's the goal, right? So with everything flying around with CJ Gardner and his, tweets or his Instagram or whatever's going on, the guy just wants to play. He sees how good this team is playing without him, and he wants to be part of it. But I don't think that we should really be reading a whole lot into it until that 21-day window starts. When that 21-day window starts, then we know that we have something. Until that time, unfortunately, as fans, we just got to relax a little bit and understand that we have who we have on this roster, and it's not going to change anytime soon. And if I remember correctly, the earliest timetable from the very beginning of this injury was the last week, was like week 17 or 18. And matter of fact, they thought that, his 21-day window would open up around, the end of the season, and that he might be back for a playoff push. But that was only if the Lions were able to get a first-round bye. So it is what it is. And we're going to have to wait and see, just like everything else with James Houston and when he's going to be able to come back, if at all. That's another player that there is some doubt on. And that video will be coming out shortly. All right, y'all. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And as always, go One Pride, go Detroit Lions. And until next time, please take care of yourself. Good night.
Wants to throw it to Short. He caught it. He scored a first down. Oh, yes. The big man dives down the 31-yard line. Oh, that is beautiful. Fields looking pressured, hit from behind, taken down. Aiden Hutchinson got him.
No respect.
So, we look like we're ready. This is day one.
No respect.